Snoop coming back with the best form for a dual reaction, man.
Chat, we finna do something new right here, man. We got some smuts. I guess it ain't really new, but
it ain't new, but it's new.
Yeah, got some smuts. I guess giving their opinions.
Shit is wild. No, they better not say nothing. I'll walk out this bitch. They better not say nothing crazy. I ain't need to move for no smuts, bro.
But I guess what they talking about pretty privilege. It's pretty privilege. Rules of modern day dating. Y'all know it's complicated, man. W name for that. Casual channel.
Mm-hmm.
What is the craziest thing you've been offered or gotten away with just for being pretty?
Oh gosh. Okay, so I'm a bartender, so I get a lot of older gentlemen in that.
Like, this is what we call them pretty. She gonna think she's a 10. And she finna say something bizarre. I already know.
I see where we done react to this.
Like, exactly,
this
bro.
This shit pissing me off already. It ain't even fucking 20 seconds in.
She already know it. So these niggas finna be, and that's why she thinks she pretty now.
That offer to take me on trips and shopping sprees, vacations, whatever.
I feel like I've just been offered drinks,
vacations.
like all the time.
I've been offered tickets to places. I don't take them. I've been offered drinks, but I can pay for myself.
Offered a lot of threesomes.
What, bro? This what the fuck we doing?
I think just like
this
free
what we
food,
doing,
free
bro?
clothes,
Like, no.
stuff from the mall.
Traveling
I hope
for
he
free.
asked them how they rate themselves. Look
PJs,
at that!
Which are private jets, in case you didn't understand the
jets.
abbreviation.
Not pajama.
Yeah, not
The Billie
pajamas.
Eilish looking
Have you
bitch.
taken any of those offers and did they come with expectations?
Absolutely, I have, and yes, they have.
Look like
They always
she
come with
getting fucked
expectations,
by
but
dude
never
or
take the
something.
offer because they come with expectations.
99% of those come with other expectations, so I've never accepted one of those before,
Sure,
but
yeah.
you definitely get
What
offered
state is
them
this, bro?
all the time.
Yeah,
It's kind of
probably
like
Las
standard.
Vegas.
You'll get random messages, them, people taking groups of pretty girls, and, they just want, pretty faces to come along.
Sometimes I just want a hot girl on my arm. It doesn't matter what she thinks. Some good guys don't want a beautiful girl because beautiful girls come with problems.
How do you plan to keep men interested in you when your looks
I
begin
thought
to
they was
fade?
finna turn totally
Well, with my personality, I think.
Yes,
Wait, what'd
maybe.
he say?
Problems.
How do you plan to keep men interested in you when your looks begin to fade?
Well, with my
Forgot
personality.
about that.
Yes, maybe. Of course, we look good, but I think that.
Oh, don't we look good?
Why do you think more women
Fucking
don't rely on their
smart,
personality
bro. Go and look
before their
good,
looks
bud.
begin to fade?
Because I think
Fucking
a lot of women were just born pretty, so they didn't have to learn to focus on their inside.
Because they're not
What?
really thinking about it. I
Like,
feel
how
like a
do
lot
that make sense,
Before their
Mel?
looks begin.
bro, just look how she look. I'm not surprised.
Why do you
by
think
none of
more
this
women don't rely on their personality before their looks begin to fade?
Because I think a lot of women were just born pretty, so they didn't have to learn to focus on their inside.
because they're not really thinking about it. I feel like a lot of women just in general feel like looks are always going to be there.
Thinking that your looks are going to maintain a relationship, then you should really change your perspective, and maybe the situation you're in isn't the best situation in general. Looks are a depreciating asset. They're amazing because it comes with great opportunity and great interactions with people, but it's definitely a depreciating
Hit her,
asset.
Chuck.
It's
Please
also
hit
the
this
more
smut.
physically attractive a woman is, the less compatible she tends to be with a man because she didn't have to work on her personality. What are your thoughts on that?
They don't even know.
I
They don't
think
even
in some
understand the fucking
cases
question.
They
can
did
be
it. You
true,
seen
and
they
I
so
think
long.
it has to do a lot with how someone was brought up, and if their parents emphasized a lot of value on attractiveness, then this can make it harder for someone to, you know, work on their personality and what it takes to really create a relationship.
Oh no, that's 100% true. I've like talked to some beautiful girls, and it's been really hard.
I ain't
But,
gonna
you
lie,
know,
I don't know
like,
about you.
Some sevens.
He
eights.
kind of giving me a Matthew,
perfect.
so I don't know about you,
Do
Matthew.
you think beautiful women are more privileged or disadvantaged by their looks?
Privilege.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Stop.
Lord,
Stop.
thank you.
Stop.
Are there any disadvantages to being beautiful?
Of course
Hold on.
not.
Maybe the
Well.
men think we are like stupid.
Yeah, just
Because you're
think I'm
expected,
probably
well,
on
you
top.
get things because you are, but at the same time, you want to work for what you have, but people don't want to let you work for shit.
When you really like a guy, do you make any effort to impress him or do you just show up?
I just show up.
Oh,
Isn't the
we
man
know.
also expected to look his best?
We know.
No, not for me.
Why do so many women think looking your best is going above and beyond when it's really just the bare minimum?
I wouldn't say it's the bare minimum. at all. It takes a long time to get ready like this.
Oh
does a
my
woman's
God,
choice
like
to be
what?
pretty make them feel like they're owed attention and resources from a man?
I don't think that means that they're owed anything. I think it's just a decision to make us feel better about ourselves.
If women expect to be compensated for the expense of their hair, nails, and makeup, should a man be compensated for his gym membership?
Yeah.
Can you be out of somebody's league, or is beauty really in the eye of the beholder?
He's just thinking he's shit.
Beauty is in the eye of the
These
beholder.
fucking vanilla
Being
swirls.
out of someone's league is kind of someone, if a guy is sitting on the couch just watching TV, why a beautiful woman is, volunteering and has a wonderful job and has a great group of friends, that would absolutely put her out of your league.
I'm still looking for someone to be out of my league.
Isn't beauty in the eye of the beholder?
Like what?
Yes.
Do you believe that less attractive people tend to have more meaningful relationships?
Most definitely.
She just
Because
got
they're
done,
not
bro.
really
I
based
can
off their
tell,
looks.
bro.
It's based off personalities from the beginning.
So if you want to have more meaningful relationships, why would you want to be attractive?
I don't want to be attractive. God just made me this way. I don't even think I'm attractive. I just think I'm me.
So why you have braces then to try to fix
Thank
your
you.
smile?
Thank you. She know who she is.
Exactly.
God made me. I'm just me. Thank you. Cause you.
Because it's my own insecurity.
If you're taking the complete attractiveness out of it, you're just focusing on those other qualities, and I definitely think it might be easier to have a good quality relationship if you're not bringing that factor in.
Why are there women who know they are pretty, know they can get men, but are still insecure about themselves?
Oh.
Good question.
Because
Answer it, please.
that's a hard question to answer.
Because society tells us we have to be insecure about literally everything. That's how they make their money.
A lot of times when you're getting attention all the time, when you see a distinct difference and you're not getting as much attention as you used to, it can really create a lot of insecurity in people. And it also creates these crazy expectations of themselves as well.
Big eyebrows.
Why are men expected to be
blondie?
confident by women who seem so insecure?
Because they want a confident man, but themselves are not confident, so they have to overcompensate for them.
Sometimes I wake up and I put on some clothes and I'm like, oh no, I don't look good. But then I think, oh, I'm a dude, so it doesn't matter. And I feel like as a girl, you have to really think about it.
I don't know. Women, they just think they very powerful and just run the world. And really,
Please don't take advice.
they're bad right now. A lot of these women are hoes and broke.
Are beauty standards hard for young men or for young women?
Young men. Young men is way harder because there's such a statistic for men to be strong, hard, being very set in what they're doing. They have to bring stuff to the table. They have to have money, all this stuff. But a lot of people don't have that themselves, but want people to do it themselves.
Is it hard to grow muscles or just not overeat?
It's harder to grow muscles. I like to overeat, though.
Is it harder to grow muscles or just not overeat?
Not overeat.
Bro, what?
Is it harder to lose weight or gain height?
Oh my God. What? Harder to lose weight. Or no, harder to gain height, sorry.
Gain height. I wish I was 6'4".
So wouldn't beauty standards be harder for young men?
Ah, man, you're kind of right, huh?
So wouldn't beauty standards be harder for young men?
Oh dear God. You got me there. You got me
They
there.
making
So
me
wouldn't
sick,
beauty standards be harder for young
It's
men?
Like the amazingness that they
100%.
have is like they
100%.
never even looked at
Obviously, if
reality.
you can
They don't look at
become a more
shit. They don't
conscious
look
and
at
aware
nothing. They
person
just
and you
live,
have
bro.
an asset of being attractive, and you're also working on different assets that are required for relationship and connection growth, then that's like the ultimate, that puts you to so many opportunities and having a very fulfilling life. So it's really up to each individual person. But I don't know, nowadays people can just have surgeries and stuff, but I think natural beauty is the best, and actually I think you can feel
They look like she
natural
got
beauty.
surgery.
It's really
So I ain't
within.
gonna lie.
It's that natural
How many
beauty.
female-dominated
Like, it look
industries
like
can you
she
think
had
of that
surgery.
aren't sex or
Like,
beauty related?
0. But that's gonna change.
Oh, wait, what?
Can you think of any famous female role models who aren't actual models?
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
Oprah Winfrey.
Okay, but other than that,
You look like her.
isn't
Literally.
being beautiful generally a prerequisite for being influential?
Yes,
So beauty has privilege, doesn't it?
it does.
Why is there so much
Bro,
talk about
yeah,
things like
trying
male
to say
privilege
it,
and
didn't
white
it?
privilege,
Like,
but we never
man.
talk about pretty privilege?
Because a lot of people are pretty.
Because I feel like we're trying to exclude ourselves from that narrative because we
Wait,
don't.
hold
Because
on.
I
Privilege and white privilege, but we never talk about pretty privilege.
Because a lot of people are pretty.
Because I feel like we're
I
trying
heard
to
that too, but
exclude
I ain't
ourselves
really
from
like-
that narrative.
Bro, it's
because
a
we
lot
don't
of black
feel
and
like
white
we
people in the
fit
world
that narrative
too,
when we
Mel.
obviously do.
Why isn't there equity for ugly people? Should the government provide them plastic surgery?
Absolutely not. That's crazy. There's no equity for unattractive. I'm not going to use the word ugly. Because attractiveness is, like I said, it's a depreciating asset in the realm of life. And I think happiness and the success of your life, it really means nothing. It's an asset. It's like having a nice car, but are you going to have a better life because you have a nice car? Absolutely not. And if you misuse it, it can actually make your life worse.
Is it possible to be a hot girl in a big city and not let
That
your
was her
ego get the
moment
best of
being
you?
smart.
No. These girls let their ego get the best of them.
Your ego get the best of you?
No. These girls let their ego get the best of them.
It's possible, but some females get depressed looking at the next woman getting more attention.
Does social media inflate an attractive woman's ego?
Yes.
As long as you keep yourself grounded, as long as you, do what you need to do, keep your job, don't let people pay for your shit, do what you need to do. You're on your boss shit, boss up.
I feel like the more attractive you are, the more attention you get, and when you get attention, your head blows up a little bit, and it's just human.
If women want to be appreciated for their brains, why don't more women spend time in libraries rather than shopping malls?
Well, if guys were more interested in educated women, I'm sure they would.
Don't you think women would be taken much more seriously intellectually and professionally if they were more devoted to intellect and professionalism than they are to vanity?
I love that question. Yes, you females have to hold yourself at a higher standard.
I think it's important to
Hey, nah.
maintain yourself
Right.
and
That's never gonna
also
happen,
work on your intellect. I think they're both very important. And yes, if you're attractive, you're gonna have to work on your intellect a little bit more because you will have to prove yourself.
Don't be thinking, okay, I'm pretty, I'm gonna get him because he has money. No, he might have money and treat you like shit. Get a guy that's gonna teach you
Just
foundation,
to yourself.
barriers, and make sure that he wants the best for you at the end of the day, not just sex.
When a woman decides to give a man a shot, is there a window of time for him to close the deal before she gets bored?
Yes. 1 week
And
or
y'all
you're
got
going. You better be
bored.
talking about some good shit.
So timing's important?
Most definitely, time is money, and if you don't have time, you ain't got no money, and if you don't have money, you don't got my time.
Are young women aware that they will have peak years of beauty, fertility, and dating options, but will lose influence over men as they age?
It's just always. It gotta
Shit, I
be
was
us.
not aware at all.
So then why do women often choose to wait for romance and focus on their career when their own window of time is the most limited?
Well, because I don't want to sit down and settle at a young age. I'm still young, so I got a lot of fish in the sea.
Do you think if young women became more aware of their window of time, their life priorities would change?
Yes.
Man, she look like a fish herself.
They'd probably just think
Like,
wiser.
look at her.
You know?
Bitch can't close
Like-
them yucks.
Like maybe I should settle down and not do all
It's like
this
that
because
nigga
I do
Hitman,
have a
too.
Bro,
good frame
bitch
to
just
find a
been
man.
mouth open. Oh my gosh, bro.
Damn. That shit was stressing me out, boy.
Creators of life.